It's Thursday. It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk.
I was walking down the road today, looking for another way
to ease my mind
and help my living.
It's Real Talk. It's the daily variety show, Mark Pyers Real Talk. I'm here to help you make smarter moves, to amplify your current state. And I'm here with you on day 430 in a row of the Mark Pyers Real Talk show. And I got a new segment planned for the day. I'm always going to be bringing new stuff to you. This show's ever evolving. And this new segment is, What's Mark Listing? I just thought it'd be a good time to start sharing my properties with you guys. You never know, you may know somebody who's interested in buying one of my properties. It's kind of what Real Talk started for in the first place. Be able to remind you guys that I'm here selling real estate. And I have properties. So we're going to go over them today. What's Mark Listing? Let's check it out. First one on the list. You guys may have seen this already. 147 North Avenue in Westport, Connecticut. You guys, this house is phenomenal. Totally renovated from bottom up. Absolutely everything's been just redone. AZEC got hardy plank siding. Everything is just man-made, so it's never going to need to be like. Think about this. All the older homes, cedar siding. You've got shakes. Everything needs to be redone. It all starts to just go after 30, 35 years. You got to redo it. But with hardy plank, it's cement, guys. It's cement board that looks like wood. You can get it in any color, and it lasts forever. All you have to do is power wash it occasionally. So this house is absolutely maintenance-free, okay? Absolutely stunning inside. I'm not sure if I could show you any photos. Actually, you know what? Why not? Let me just show you what you got here. Let's see if there's a way to show you photos. I think I can do this. You guys watching this? So inside, stunning. Look at these photos, okay? Shot by yours truly, by the way. And absolutely killer. I'm just going to scroll through them so you can see. We're heading from the kitchen into the family space. And then look at that. There's a cupola, guys. You may have heard Dick Facce talking about it the other day. There's a cupola in that house. And there's the first floor master suite. There's the cupola again. I just wanted to get some nice close-ups of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a really perfect home for a young family moving into Westport. Here's the best thing about it. Here is the best thing about that house. You could walk to school with the kids. You can, it's like down the road. That's something that most people don't have as an advantage. Well, in fact, if you know anything about where this location is, there's a 4-way stop. Everyone needs to go to school. So it gets hectic in the morning. I have to drive through there sometimes. And this house is right there. You could just walk down the road and bring the kids to school. So if you're looking to get out of New York City, you're looking for a nice, safe place to spend some time for the next couple of years, this house is totally perfect, okay? My brother, Little Mark, is on. Who's on with me over on Facebook and on YouTube? Say hello. It's day 430 in a row. Let's get some Zabrowski going. Here it is. Woo-hoo! I love it. That's my favorite right there. So listen, 147 North, if you're in the Westport market right now, you should be checking out this house. Absolutely stunning. I'll tell you what. This house was expertly renovated by my father, my brother, my mother. They do a project or two a year, and it's unbelievable. Their projects usually sell within the first couple weeks, and this one will go very quickly. But here's the thing that's crazy. It just hit the market. I would have thought, like the best one, I sold one of their homes in 2 hours, maybe like 4 hours. Sold my house in 2 hours, but I sold theirs very quickly. It's like same day, okay? And other ones, 2 days, four or 5 days. We get some done in like a couple weeks, but they go very quickly because they're so good. They're like the perfect team. I remember growing up in this house was very difficult. I just want to explain something to you, okay? I'd be like a 13-year-old kid, and I'd be downstairs like eating a sandwich, and my mother would be like, Manny, I think I want to take down this wall over here. He'd be like, what, this wall? Okay, yeah, okay. I'll get the guys over here tomorrow. So the guys would come, they'd take the wall down, then she'd do something. And then like 2-3 months later, she'd be like, Manny, I'm thinking about maybe putting a half wall over here. Get the guys back over. It was always constant shift, like always just redoing rooms. And that's what you have when you have talented parents who like to renovate and design. Like, think about that couple. You have a creative builder and a creative interior designer, like, together. Like, and my brother, myself, we're the original property brothers, property family, if you want to call it. Never did anything with that, but they're still active. They're still doing this. You see this amazing property in this project that they completed. So right now we're going to try to see if we can get it sold. The next one on the mix. What's Mark listing? Hold on, we got to get another song in here. There it is. This one's a cool one, guys. 116 Deep Valley Road in New Canaan, Connecticut. So if you are in New Canaan right now, let me just tell you a little something about this house. Started at $1,550 a couple agents ago before me. But this house, $1,025,000, 4,000 square feet, 4 acres with a pool, gunite pool. Here's the best part about it. Every house that's around $1 million in New Canaan needs something, if not everything. The bathrooms all need to be redone. Gotta redo that kitchen. Not this house. This house is awesome. It is probably one of the cleanest houses in the $1 million range you'll ever find. And it's massive, 4,000 square feet. My clients actually had this addition put off the back of the house. So now you have a very large kitchen that moves into this family room. It's like basically a great room. And in there, one of my favorite details, I've only seen this in a few houses, guys, they have a heatilator. What's a heatilator, Mark? A heatilator is basically like you start the fire and you turn on a fan, and in the wall, there are vents that push the heat from the fireplace throughout the house. Yeah, it's awesome. And they have one. So I think the house is awesome. 5 bedrooms. And they're all, like I said, the bathrooms are very nice. Kitchen's very nice. Well, then what's the problem, Mark? Why isn't it selling, Mark? Well, here, I'll tell you. I mean, the house is perfect. It's on a driveway. So? Get an all-wheel drive car, people. This is Connecticut. You don't go around with rear-wheel drive anyway. It's all-wheel drive or nothing, baby. So get that car. Pick yourself up a 116 Deep Valley Road for $1,025,000. What are you, crazy? How are you not in that house right now? Like, sometimes I'll be there playing the piano for you. And I'm going to do an open house there. Probably not this weekend. Next couple weekends we'll have an open house there. Maybe I'll do it this weekend, actually. I'm going to have to touch base with them because it's a great house. We got to get it sold, guys. Okay, $1,025,000. Like I said, down, that's like a 30% drop, right? Think about it. So we're at $1,550,000, $1,025,000, 4,000 square feet, pool, gunite, 4 acres. It's insanity. So there for you. Just let me know. DM me, guys, if any of these properties are hitting home and you're like, you know what? I could see myself in New Canaan in a house like that. Just let me know. If you know anybody either that wants to get in and see that house, I work every single day. I think you know that by now. What else do we got on the list? What is Mark listing? Here's another one for you. 109 Forest Street in New Canaan, Connecticut. What's 109 Forest Street in New Canaan, Connecticut, Mark? Well, it's a condo, guys. It's a great condo. And it's 3 bedrooms. I think it's the only 3-bedroom condo in New Canaan right now. So if you have a need for a larger condo, I got it. I'm the only game in town, people. So you should check it out. Seriously, if you're interested in a condo, you're looking for something that feels like a house, this is 2,300 square feet of condo. 2,300 square feet. So honestly, if you are thinking about a condo, this price point is solid. $679 for a 3-bedroom condo. Walk right to downtown New Canaan. That's the best. You're going to go in there and you're going to experience some of the finest culinary. I mean, they have some amazing restaurants in downtown New Canaan. Here's the other thing people don't know about New Canaan. New Canaan is one of the only, just Ridgefield and New Canaan essentially, the only towns that do not have Route 1 going right through the center of them. Greenwich, Darien, Westport even. Everybody has Route 1 that goes through the center of their town, but New Canaan has its own private little town. It's a really unique place. I don't know if they still do, they used to call it the next station to heaven. And honestly, when you're driving around there, and when you're walking down Elm and you see like store, shop, little boutiques. They used to have this little candy shop I loved in town, which they've since closed, but whatever. I'm just saying, it's an awesome town. You guys should check it out. And Forest Street is right there. You can walk right into downtown New Canaan. So listen, that's just a couple properties. But what else is Mark listing? Let's just keep that magic rolling, guys. I want to share one more with you today. 118 Grove Street in Stamford, Connecticut. If you're looking for a condo and you're looking for something that's a little bit more affordable and something the same thing, you can get to downtown, to the train, get to the city very easily. 118 Grove Street, guys, $357,000. Just for perspective, the last one that traded was like $365,000. Okay, this is a really great 2-bedroom condo, and I think it's a really good value considering that, they really, I think, are pricing it aggressively and we want to move the property. So give me a call, guys. Any of these properties just jump out at you, you got to let me know. If you have a friend who's looking for a condo in Stamford, Connecticut, send them my information, people. Guys, this is the Real Talk Show. Live every day to remind you that I'm here to help you make smarter moves. I'm here to open doors for you and give you the guidance you need in order to not make the wrong move when you're out there. And like I said, it's not every day you make a real estate move, but whenever you do, there's one phone call to make. Okay? That's it. So what's Mark listing? Those properties for now, okay? I'll be telling you about new ones as we go. This is a new segment to the show, guys. You got to be ready for new segments to the Real Talk Show, because this show is constantly evolving. I mean, who expected me to do a What's Mark Listing segment to the Real Talk Show? I just thought of it today, and I said I'm going to do it. That's how this show goes, guys, okay? If you're not ready to jump up and try something to see how it goes, I'm sorry for you. I keep trying things. And I'll go back later and be like, was that any good? And it may not have been, but I think it's still pretty cool to remind you guys of the properties that I am representing. I want you to realize and think that this is my job, that I'm here. Oh, well, Mark's just an entertainer. No, I'm a real estate agent that comes out here for free every day to put on a show for the world. Why the heck would you do that, Mark? Because the world needs it more than ever. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Hey, Kato, am I wrong? Yeah, I know, Kato. We're going to get Fache out here. He's gonna tell you guys a couple things. Unbelievable. Fache's out of his mind. Have you guys seen this guy? Holy cow, he is giving bad advice to everybody, left and right. I'm like, Fache, what are you doing? Oof. He threatened me. Told me he was going to elbow me in the Fache. But listen, I'm not going to stand by anymore and let him take advantage of this program. You guys know that now. We have a problem, he and I, and at some point it's going to really be a spectacle, is what it's going to be. Anyway, listen, I'm here with you late again. It's 7:30. I'm going to be getting out of here pretty early today. It's not going to be a super long show. But I did want to remind you guys that it is a brand new podcast I dropped. Right before I went on the air, I dropped a new podcast. It's yesterday's show. What happened yesterday, Mark? What was so great about yesterday's show, Mark? You didn't see this?
Mini-me, it's Dr. Evil.
You didn't see that yesterday? You're about to see it again. I wanted you guys to see the final version of the Dr. Evil Part 6 saga. And this is basically Bernie gets the call. That's what we call this one, okay? And just keep in mind that this show is going to continue to drop stuff like this. Check it out.
Mini-me, it's Dr. Evil.
Dr. Evil,
What is this that I hear you're bowing out of the race?
I spent $600 million and didn't even make a dent.
I did not give you permission to do that.
I don't think Donald Trump could be stopped, Dr. Evil. I don't know. You may have to try another sauce, but I gave it a shot. Gave it the old college try, so to speak.
You're supposed to be my number one guy.
Mini Mike, out.
I guess I have to put my weight behind Bernie. Let's see if I can get Bernie on the line. Number 2, please get Bernie Sanders on the line for me. Thank you.
Dr. Evil. Bernie Sanders is on the evil monitor.
Hello?
Hi, Bernie. Yes, it's Dr. Evil.
Oh, hello, Dr. Evil.
Look, Minnie Bloomberg didn't really do what I was hoping, so I'm thinking that I'll back you. You take out Donald Trump. I get to take over the world.
I can't be bought, Dr. Evil.
Let's get with the frickin' program. I'm Dr. Evil. Let's try to get him to feel the burn. Maybe after a while he'll want to know what it feels like to be burned. What? Number 2, I made another joke.
Very funny joke, Dr. Evil. If you get me in office, I'll do whatever you want.
This is wonderful news, Bernie.
The Democratic Party, this is the second time in a row. It's a coup, Dr. Evil. You call Donald Trump, I bet you he'll tell you the same thing.
Number 2, please get Donald Trump on the line. Thank you.
Dr. Evil, Donald Trump is on the evil monitor.
Hello, Donald. It's Dr. Evil. Dr. Evil. How you doing today? I'm doing Trump-tastic as per usual. How are you, Dr. Evil? Dr. Evil's doing wonderful. Thanks for asking, Donald. Donald, is it true that the Democratic Party has it out for Bernie? Well, I would tell you this, Dr. Evil. I am pretty sure that the Democrats do not want Bernie in office. Interesting. They're just not going to give him the time of day. And the biggest chance of them actually defeating me is with Bernie. More of a challenge, I would say. I mean, let's be honest. Joe Biden, have you seen this guy? He can't even have a conversation. The guy is like he's falling asleep on stage. Sleepy Joe. Joe, what are you doing, Joe? You should be at home taking a nap. Oh, you're just doing it on stage. Oh, okay, good for you. Well, I'll tell you what, Donald, you're going to have to go up against Bernie. I'm not really too concerned. Do you want to back Bernie? Go ahead. You want to back Joe Biden? Whatever you want to do, I'm Trump. I'm going to win bigly. Well, you better watch out for him, Donald. He's coming for you. You're going to feel the burn, Donald Trump. I'm Dr. Frickin' Evil. Be prepared to feel the burn. Oh, hey, hold on 1 second. Did you see this one, Dr. Evil? And I'll tell you what. Hello? Number 2. What the frig, number 2? Son of a bitch!
There you have it. Part 6, episode 6 of the Dr. Evil saga. Thank you. We are going to continue to drop Dr. Evil saga footage. It's going to just drop into like a 2-hour show eventually. I'm thinking about putting that together so you'll have the 6. And one day, maybe tomorrow, I'll play all 6 in a row for you and I'll just take a break. I'll say, hey guys, check this out, because it's about 10 minutes if I do that. 6 episodes in a row. And they're all so different but silly, and they have that same ending where Trump hangs up on Dr. Evil. Hey, Dr. Evil, do me a favor, hold this for me. What, number 2, you're supposed to tell me when he does that. What the frick? I just love that ending. I don't know why I thought of that the first time I did it. I was like, the first Dr. Evil bit with Trump was may have been the best one. Actually, I don't know. They're all really cool, guys. They all have their own little something. You know what I mean? So I would say if you're interested in seeing all 6, you have to find Fauci. Dick Fauci is live every day since his mother kicked him out of the womb. Look, I know it's crazy, but that's what he wants to do. You can't fault the guy for wanting to be live every day because his mother kicked him out of the womb. And look, apparently he was in there. He's like tying his shoes or something when it happened. And that's what really bothers him. Now it eats away at him. It's always eating away at him. Every time Fauci comes on, all he talks about is how his mother kicked him out of the womb. I'm like, dude, we get it already. Move on, Fauci. But you can't say too much to Fauci because he is like an octopus. Without knowing it, like a foot comes out of nowhere or an elbow to the Fauci. And it changes things, guys. It changes things. And now I have to figure out how to get around his attacks. 74-degree black belt over there. So I'm going to have to figure out how do I get around that in order to neck chop him or something, you know? So we're going to work on that. We'll figure it out. But for now, do not tune into Fauci. He's a horrible human being, vile human being. And I don't know if you saw his advice he gave the other day, the worst advice in the history of time. History of time. I started downloading it because I wanted to see how bad it was. So bad. Did you guys see this? He's forcing people to make moves. It's crazy. I'm doing a Fauci impression now. I'm making fun of Fauci. See, I told you guys. Something happens with Fauci. You do not want to tune into Fauci because he starts to grow on you. And before you know it, you're walking around, you're like, elbow to the face. And everybody's like playing along, like they want to be part of the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you, be prepared. It could happen. Could happen. Anyway, obviously getting a little goofy here because we have to, guys. Right now, there's way too much going on in the world of Corona. The coronavirus is something that is freaking everybody out. And I am freaked out about it too. I've got young kids. I've got people that I care about that have compromised immune systems. And I'm worried about the spread of this disease. Now, here's the craziest thing, this virus. What I'm hearing out there is they're like, oh, it's not very easily spread from human to human. I'm like, well, then how the hell has everybody got it all of a sudden? Oh, well, 19 people have it. The neighbor has it. How does the neighbor have it? Was the neighbor over there, like, you know, doing something freaky with the wife? And that's why he has it or something? But how does a neighbor catch it? Unless you're, and all of a sudden, the neighbor got it. So I think, I don't know. How the heck is this going down? How is everybody getting it? And I'm worried about anybody who lives in Westchester right now who's been taking a train, because that guy has it in Westchester. He was taking the train for like a week before he recognized that he had coronavirus. So he's there touching things. He's getting on. He's sitting down, grabbing the newspaper, putting it back down before he goes. Oh, I'll leave the newspaper for the next guy, he says. Oh, he says this internal monologue. He's like, you know what? I'm going to be a nice guy. I'm going to leave my newspaper here for the next guy with all that coronavirus on it. He didn't realize what he was doing, guys, but he just unknowingly transmitted coronavirus to other people. I'm going to just take this water bottle and throw it in the trash. Misses the trash, lands on the ground. He didn't know, though. He walks by. Next guy happens to go by. Hey, there's a piece of trash on the ground. It looks like a water bottle. Let me grab it and throw it out. Coronavirus all over his hand. Look, these are real situations, real scenarios that could happen, guys. I'm telling you, just be aware. Today, you know what I did today? I was like this, elbowing, fist bumping people. I met a couple of people earlier. I'm like, they went to do the handshake. I'm like, I got 3 kids, coronavirus. How about we do a fist bump? How about that? We're good? Because I'm not trying to offend. I just don't want to walk home with something because you didn't know you had it because you were on a train in Westchester and you know what I'm saying? Guys, lots of crazy stuff going on out there. And I want you to be aware that on the Real Talk program, I'm going to keep you up to date on what's happening. So with that in mind, let's get into some news. This was an interesting one. This is a little real estate story for you. Let me just move this so you can see it a little better. This is a very interesting story for you guys. You're going to like this one. An uninhabitable shack in San Francisco. Missing a wall, just sold for $2 million, and it showcases the real value of land in the Bay Area. Now, that's very interesting to me because I can sell you a ridiculous house in New Canaan, Connecticut right now for $1 million. I could sell you a perfectly done house in Westport, Connecticut for $1.2 million right now. Or you could go to San Francisco and buy an uninhabitable shack in San Francisco for, and it's missing a wall, by the way, guys. There's no wall there. Casino, my real estate partner over here, I appreciate you. We're talking about this. Did you see this crazy story? Uninhabitable shack in San Francisco, and it trades for $2 million. I need to move to San Francisco. Bottom line, what the heck am I doing in an area where this ridiculous home for $1 million isn't selling, but I could go out there and find a piece of like a cardboard, put it on a piece of land and sell it for $2 million. Hey, we got rid of the wall too. Give me an extra $500,000 for that. I wonder if there was another wall, would it have been $2.2 million? Hold on, where's that? I mean, honestly, it's crazy to me. You guys thinking so too? $2 million for a piece of land? Woof. Because that's basically what they're buying is just a piece of land for $2 million. Now think about this. I want to just do the math for you real quick. To build a decent home, a nice home after you spend $2 million, they're probably going to spend another $2 million on the build, okay? So you're at $4 million before you even live in it. And let's see what it looks like around it. Yeah, and what's around it is not amazing, okay? Holy cow. why would anybody buy that for $2 million? I mean, what is that? I'm calling this. I'm calling it 30 feet wide by, let's say, maybe 60 feet long. What is that? What is that? That is the smallest lot I've ever seen in my life, and you're paying $2 million for it. Jeez, I got to move to San Francisco and just get my California real estate license. And then I could just broadcast Real Talk from there and sell $2 million pieces of garbage because people don't care or they don't know any better. You know, it's just a fad, guys. Just a fad. Especially, how many homeless people are there in San Francisco right now? Who wants... Hold on, you see that? They cropped this photo right over here on the right next to that Porsche. There is a homeless person sitting there. I wouldn't be surprised. It's a scary, scary place right now because a lot of people don't have a place to live. And then there's people selling 640 square foot shacks for $2 million. Crazy. So this is a good market. That's a good market right there. That is a market I want to be in. How about, can we just sprinkle a little of that magic over here on the East Coast? How about give us just a little bit of cinnamon? Can you do that? Phil Hall. Phil's on. He knows what's going on. Phil, $2 million for a shack? 640 square foot shack? Unbelievable. The shack is, by the way, also unsafe to walk through and it's missing the back wall. Hey, but here's $2 million. I'll buy it. Can someone give me the name of that person who bought this? I got a great house for you for $1 million and you don't have to do a thing. 4,000 square feet. It has a pool. How about you just go there for the summers? Give me a ring. Real Talk. Hello? Phil, you missed my new segment. There's a new segment on at the beginning of the show. It's What's Mark Listing? And I basically went through 4 properties that I have on the market currently. And so you should check that out. If you know anybody looking for real estate at the moment, I've got something Stanford, Westport, New Canaan. And I'm looking for more, guys. I need more listings at the moment. Okay? Is that my man Mark Pyers on? Guys, I'm going to tell you a little something about my man Mark Pyers, okay? Carrot bars, okay? Mark Pyers, not this Mark Pyers, a different Mark Pyers. How about that? I was totally blown away when I was setting up my YouTube page. And I went in, and I think I actually remember seeing Mark a few years back as well on YouTube, and I just wasn't really connected to YouTube at all. So I go on, I'm getting the Real Talk page going, and I type in Mark Pyers, and all of a sudden I see Mark Pyers Carrot Bars. And I'm like, what's this? So I look on, and I check it out, and Mark and his wife, is it Lucinda? Mark, tell me if that's your wife's name, Lucinda. And I see he's there. He's talking about how he's helping people. He's giving Real Talk to people. He's constantly out there to provide valuable information for his viewers in order to help them make smarter moves. I'm like, is that me or is that it? Was like the same guy. We have the same mission. We're here to try to help the world. And so I'm looking at it, and then I'm starting to see all these other connections. His wife starts with an L. My wife, Laura. So I'm like, we have this connection. 2 Mark Pyers from a different La Vida. Okay, he's got La Vida and I've got Laura. And so we're 2 Mark Pyers, different parts of the country. We have a mission to help people. And I really want to bring Mark on one day just so we can have 2 Mark Pyers, like dueling Mark Pyers in the show. And I got to tell you, Mark, when I watch your videos, I love your energy. You got such a great positivity. And I'm like, I don't know if it's because we have the same name or something. We both are very positive, but I really like your show. I love what you're doing, and I support it wholeheartedly. And thank you so much for coming on today. It's so awesome to see you here. This is my 430th day in a row of Mark Pyers Real Talk. And basically, this show is a variety show now. I just dropped the 50-second podcast on any podcast network. You guys can get this. It's free of charge. And this is the first one I dropped where you get the full spectrum of Real Talk. You've got celebrity impressions. You got the Dr. Evil skit in the beginning. Then you have my Joe Biden bits about all the gaffes he's been making lately. Have you seen these, Mark? This is just funny stuff, guys. I mean, let's be honest. Let me go back.
Mini-me.
Oh, there's
it's Dr. Evil.
Let me see if this one was still here. Is this it? Yeah, this is the one. I'll just show you this real quick. This is the one I made yesterday to go along with Dr. Evil. This is on the podcast as well.
My name's Smoking Joe Biden. And I'm a Democratic candidate running for hall monitor. So all I'm asking you, give me a look over, okay? Look over and see if you don't vote for me, vote for the other Biden. I don't care about the facts. I want the truth. Tomorrow, don't forget, It's Super Stop and Shop. I mean, it's a Super Tuesday. I'm getting ahead of myself. Look, I just want to tell you, life, liberty, and you know the rest.
The other
you know
thing,
it,
guys. The other thing. You guys know, I just have to have a laugh. Mark, you'll appreciate this. And thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm going to continue driving with my passion. That's all I know, my friend. But I just love how sensitive we are as a country right now. Everyone is at each other's throats. I hate this. Oh, he's the worst. She's the worst. I'm like, ugh. Why don't you guys just go do something different? And so 400 days, I didn't watch any politics. Literally nothing. I shut off the TV. I call it the negatube. I shut off the negatube 430 days ago, guys. The only time I've turned it on since is to watch The Curse of Oak Island and a few sporting events. But in general, I have no interest in watching the negatube and having it bring me down a level. I want to level up. I'm here to level you up, and I think if we shut off the negatube together and we join here on a daily basis, I will continue to show up for you. I'll continue to bring you the universe. That's all I know. I don't come out here with a script. I just come out here to drive towards the end of the show. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what's going to come out of me, but I do know it's going to be truth, and I think that's what we need more of. We should all be driving with our truth. And the truth is right now, guys, the coronavirus thing is really, really scaring me. Kevin, thanks, buddy. Yeah, look, the negatube seriously has to just be shut off. And I keep saying, like, if Kevin and I can get like enough people together and we just go on against it, I just want to go on the negatube and just go up against everything. And she'd be like, come on, guys, bring it on. Oh, really? Okay, I got Kevin coming on today, and we're going to just blow some positivity out at you. How about that? And by the way, I'm going to go over and sit on the BeatSeat, and I'm going to rock out a song for you real quick. And how about that? So yesterday's podcast, so again, this is the first full variety show, full spectrum, where you had the Dr. Evil skit. You had the Joe Biden gaffes. Then you had some straight up motivation and positivity at the end. We were talking about, I never talk about religion, but I had one of my followers ask me about religion, what my thoughts are on religion. And again, just to very quickly cover that, guys, it's not about religion. Everybody has to have a faith. I want you to have a faith, but it's not about your faith being better than mine and mine being better than yours. It's about the feeling you get from your faith. Okay? And you call your God something, and this person calls their God Allah or whatever it is, but they get a feeling from that word Allah. The same word feeling that you get from the word Jesus. The same feeling that someone gets from Muhammad, whatever you want to say. That's what you're targeting in. Okay, you're targeting for that. Don't be so concerned with what someone believes. Just be more concerned that they get that feeling. Okay? I don't care if someone is Jewish, if someone is whatever. I want them to have that same feeling that I have when I connect with what I call the universe. I think it's about energy. I really think it's about energy. It's about sharing your energy. And when you give, you get. Without wanting, you get. When you're trying to lift people up, you inevitably lift yourself up at the same time. And look, we've been doing this for 430 days in a row. I'll be back tomorrow for 431. Don't think anything's changing. Kevin, I hope you're still on. I'm going to play you a song real quick. You got to check out my invention, the BeatSeat. This is the drum you play with your hands and feet. I invented and patented this beautiful thing, and we were selected 2019 Editor's Choice, as you see on the right side of the screen there. I'm going to play you an original song right now. Maybe we'll improvise something. I'm not sure yet. Well, so let's see what we got. How about that? Check this out. All right, are we live? We're good. So, what should we play today? I'll tell you, yesterday on that podcast, 2 great songs. I Need to Be Alone and We Grow. Growing Up. 2 really solid tunes yesterday. Let's see what we got today. You know what? I'm going to play you a song I wrote many years ago in 2005. And it's about this. It's about this program. It's about us. It's called Let's Start Slow. Here's my concept. Listen to the words. Let's start slow and let our roots grow. That's what we're doing here on Real Talk. We're going to continue to gather daily. We're getting to know each other. We're connecting, letting our roots grow. And that's where the foundation begins. That's where we start to actually build something together. Check this out.
I've been running after you, waiting for you to wake up your mind and share some time with me. What does my life really want? What does my life really need? Enlighten me, treat me like a storybook Casanova. I'd be in love with you and never let you go. If you feel the same way about me, just let go. Don't fear the yearning deep down inside you. Don't you know we feel the same, having hate the games we play. Let's start slow, let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, baby, let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, we'll let our roots grow, we'll let our roots grow. And I've been waiting for your call, waiting for you to wake up your mind and share some time with me. What does my heart really want? What does my life really need? Enlighten me, treat me like a storybook Casanova. I'd be in love with you and never let you go. If you feel the same way about me, just let go. Don't fear the yearning deep down inside you. Don't you know we feel the same? We having hate the games we play. Let's start slow. If you feel the same way about me, just let go. Don't fear the yearning deep down inside you. Don't you know we feel the same? We having hate the games we play. Let's start slow, let's start slow. Let our roots grow, let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, baby, let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, we'll let our roots grow, we'll let our roots grow. Growing in which direction never really matters, just as long as you're always expanding. Find a pearl of wisdom to behold before it's too late. You're never too old. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, baby. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow, baby. Let's start slow. Let our roots grow. We'll let our roots grow. Let's start slow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow. Let's start slow. We'll let our roots grow.
Let's start slow, people. We gotta let our roots grow. Did you hear my favorite set of lines in there? Growing in which direction never really matters, just as long as you're always expanding. One of the best lines from that song, I wrote it many, many years ago. Everything I've ever written is real talk, guys. Every song I play for you, there is a message in there that you need to grab onto. This one today was, it doesn't really matter which direction, as long as you're always expanding. You constantly have to be willing to grow. If you want to uncover that uniqueness within you, you have to drive towards the inside. Stop looking out. The answers are within. Everyone's always looking in books. Ooh, can I get where I need to get all that information? No, it's all inside of you. You're different than that information. You're receiving that information. You're trying to connect to it and have it make sense to you. But you've got your internal path that you need to somehow discover. And when you get it, when you start to understand it, it drives you every day. It will drive you to go live for 430 days in a row. And for most of them to broadcast to 0. But why would you keep going, Mark, if no one's paying attention? Why would you keep going, Mark, if no one's tuning in? It's not about that, guys. I am satisfied with tuning in forever and nobody being on. I'm just here to leave messages. And when you connect with me, that's when things really get going. And when Cross comes on and Kevin's on today, and Mark Pyers, not this Mark Pyers, my man Mark Pyers from Carrot Bars. You guys should check him out. And I think we're going to have a little dueling Mark Pyers at some point. I asked him a while back. He said he was cool with it. I think it would be so cool, especially because he works in finance and I work in real estate. I think there's a connection there. I want to ask him some questions on maybe how some people can work on trying to get, into the real estate market and use some of his philosophy on Carrot Bars. Or maybe I could learn a little bit more about Carrot Bars myself. So I don't know. I'm going to have him on the show. This show is going to start. I got to figure out how to do the Skype thing, but I want to start bringing people on. Maybe I can get Kevin on. That would be awesome. And start really connecting with people from around the world. This show is a variety show, but I'm broadcasting at you right now. And I want to broadcast with you. I want to connect with you and I want to make some magic happen. I want you to finish this broadcast and say, man, do I feel just jazzed and ready to take on anything? And that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for someone to grab onto a piece of content and remember, it doesn't matter which way, as long as you're always expanding. Failure is inevitable, but if you don't try, you absolutely fail. Regret is so much worse than failure. Who can agree with me on that? Someone sound off. What would you prefer, regret or failure? I want to hear from everybody. To me, the ultimate failure is regret. I would fail 1,000 times happily because then I go home saying I tried. I sweat today. I went out there and I did everything I could to try to make something happen. And it didn't. But I also learned what I'm not good at today. I didn't waste another week, month, a year trying to do something that's not meant to be in my wheelhouse. Just checking things off. Nope. Yep. That's what we all should be doing, guys. You need to start to uncover the things that you love. I say, start with your passion. Whatever makes you passionate, whatever you're meant to do is close to that. Whatever you're meant to do is close to your passion. We get stuck doing things that we're not passionate about. And we do them because it pays our bills. Very few of us get to live and enjoy our passions all day, every day. I'm not one of them who gets to. And I don't know many people that do, to be honest. I think a lot of us are out there working jobs, trying to support families. I got 3 kids at home. I'm releasing an instrument to the world right now. And I'm here with you guys for free every day just to try to provide some energy and positivity. And I want that to be understood because I had someone last week that just assumed that you have a show. So this, I'm like, what do you mean? I come on here and I'm just giving. I'm just here giving. And it's not that I'm expecting anything. I just want you guys to feel better than I think the Negatube makes you feel. So 2020, the decade of the 20s, it's real talk, guys. It's that TV either gets shut down or I go up against it. And I can't wait for that day. I want to go on there against it. I just want to get a channel where I could just get on there and be like, guys, what are you doing over there? What are you doing? Facce, he's only a hat and a hairdo away. All right, I'm just saying. And if you guys didn't see Facce the other day, again, it was pretty crazy. The guy is out of his mind. Whatever you do when you're ready to buy real estate, do not call Facce. Okay, just call the Real Talk team. I'm going to take care of you, okay? Here's the other thing I want you guys to understand, just so you know. I am licensed in New York as well as Connecticut. I had someone today who said, oh, we're going to pick up something in New York. And I'm working with them in Connecticut. I said, oh, where in New York? And I'm like, oh, they said, why? Do you have your New York license? Yes, I do have my New York license. So listen, anything New York, anything Connecticut, I'm ready to go for you, okay? I literally work every single day. So don't feel like you're going to be a hassle. I've had some people say, oh, I didn't want to bother you. You seem really busy. No, excuse me. I want to be bothered by you. I want you to say, I've got a client you need to take care of, or I need you to find me a referral. I'm going to be moving to St. Louis and I need an agent. Can you call a Berkshire Hathaway office in St. Louis and find me a good agent? Yes, that's what I want to do. So don't ever feel like you're going to inconvenience me. If that's what you feel, then yes, please inconvenience me. I want to help. Okay? But this is what I do for a living. So when it comes to you needing services that I actually have a license for, take advantage of it, please. Send me a note. Hey, I'm thinking about buying in Westchester County. I'm thinking about buying in New York City. I have a New York license. I can sell anywhere in New York now. And I probably wouldn't go up to Albany, but I'll go anywhere for my clients. I'll learn a market for my clients. A few years back, I had a client who wanted to go up to Candlewood Lake. Candlewood Lake, that's about an hour and 15 minutes from where I work. But you know what? I'll go anywhere for my clients. I went up to Candlewood Lake and I learned the entire market for my client who wanted to buy Candlewood Lake. He didn't buy, but I learned the market for him. So listen, you've got to be ready to go. And I'm ready to go for my clients. I think another funny thing is I'll hear is people say, oh, you don't know all the houses in the $5 million price point. No, what do you think? I walk around and I know all 400 houses on the market right now? Why would I learn? Why would I pay attention to everything between 4 and 9 million when I don't have any clients there right now? You got to work with the brain power you have to be that agent who knows every property on the market but doesn't do any business because they're learning every property on the market. It doesn't do me any good, okay? Listen, if you're looking between 1.5 and 2 million, I become the master for you. You're looking between 6 and 800,000 in Westchester County, I become the master for you. The way I drive at Real Talk is the way I drive for my clients. So if you want someone who's passionate, someone who's going to put it all out there for you and is going to get results, negotiate on your behalf, in your best interest, all you have to do is shoot me a DM, okay? And I'm here for you. But don't do this, okay? I don't want you to do this. Oh, we're just going to hire the person that did this or whatever. We met this person. We're just going to give them a listing. No, listen, interview people, okay? Next time you're going to sell your house, interview 3 people. Just make sure I'm one of the 3. I don't want you to give me anything. I want to sit across from you at a kitchen table and show you why I'm the best choice. I want to sit across from you and share with you how I can help you get from A to Z, from signature to closing in the shortest period of time with the least amount of headaches. That's all I'm asking for is the opportunity to sit down with you and share what makes me different, to show you what I provide differently than the other realtors in the area. Well, what do you do different, Mark? What do you do different than everyone? Aren't you guys all the same? I thought all realtors were the same, that you guys do the same things. I guess. Do all doctors do the same things? No, we're all different. Now, a lot of us do. Here's the thing I say. A lot of realtors do whatever their company will give them. Yeah, look, we provide this, and this. Oh, really? What do you provide? Well, whatever my company provides. So being a younger agent, I have always stepped outside the box. And in 2013, I was the first realtor to buy a drone in Fairfield County, providing drone aerial photography for my clients free of charge. It became a big deal. I was on the news a lot, because no one had thought of the idea yet. Now everyone has a drone. Back then, everyone thought I was crazy. Mark's crazy. What is he doing with drones? I hear people say yeah, what's he going to do? Fly his drone? Yeah, I'm going to fly my drone. Like, I actually had someone say that. Oh, what's Mark going to do different than me? Fly his drone? Yeah, exactly. He's going to bring something different to the table. What are you going to do? Whatever my company offers. Or the guy who continues to try to provide new value, to bring new services to his clients. What's he going to do? Fly his drone? You're darn right I'm going to fly my drone. And you know what? I double down. Spring month, summer, every month I fly my drone for my clients. Every month. You show me any other realtor that's doing that. There isn't one. Because no one else is crazy. No one else thinks what needs to be done. What needed to be done in 2013 is I wasn't going to pay some guy $350 to get in a helicopter and fly around from 600 feet and shoot photos of my properties. And then 3 weeks later, I get those photos from him. I may have sold that house already. That's what led me to buying a drone. A young guy, 33 or whatever it was. I was like, what? Why don't I just buy a drone? And it wasn't cheap, guys. The first drones were 4 times what they are now. And I remember my wife was like, what the heck are you thinking? I said, don't worry about it. I could see the future sometimes, guys. I'm not Nostradamus, but I could see the future with the drone. I was like, everyone's going to get a drone. If I don't do it now, then I'm just like everyone else. I get the drone. My client sends a little article with a photo of me flying my drone at his house to the newspaper in New Canaan. This is where it gets crazy, guys. He was a PR guy, so he wrote this really nice little short article. Hey, my real estate agent is providing this new service I think you guys may think is cool. Here it is. All of a sudden I get a call. Hey, we want to do an article on you. Sure. Article. Every realtor very upset when all of a sudden I'm getting this attention for something that they didn't think of. And I hear, so I had Phil ask me that. I'm going to be on a radio show soon. Phil asked, like, how did people react to like the change? Like, they didn't like it. People do not like change. The realtors do not like when you make things more difficult for them. They have to provide more value. They want things to stay the same. So they did not like this. No. And so basically I get a call from Fox News Connecticut. Hey, we heard you're doing this thing. And what do you think about the FAA? They're going to shut anybody down for doing commercial drone photography. I said, well, good, because I'm not a commercial drone photographer. I do it for my clients at no charge. It's part of my value. When a seller hires me, they get free aerial photography. It's part of the program. If I don't sell that house, I don't get paid for all that work. Oh yeah, but if you sell that house, you get paid then. And so there it is. It is commercial photography. I said, no, now you guys are reaching. You have a problem with it? You tell the FAA to come to my house and knock on my door. Nobody ever did that. It's 2020 now. So, I mean, look, at the end of the day, when you believe in something, you go with it. I went with it. I didn't stop. And I started something new, which was this whole phase where everybody has drone photography. And it wasn't that it was not going to come. Somebody else would have thought of it because it just was common sense, logical. And when I had that conversation, my wife says, what are you doing? I said, don't worry about it. Because being the first, people will recognize that I had the idea. You know, entrepreneurship comes in many forms, okay? I'm the inventor of the BeatSeat, the first guy to think of the drone. I come out here and I provide fresh content on a daily basis without a script, okay? This is what I'm meant to do, no matter how you look at it. Everything that I'm doing for you guys is what I'm meant to do with my life. The question is, how do I turn this into a hobby, something that I love to do for you guys every night I come out here, into something that I can do every day forever? That's the question. I'm just going to keep driving. I'm going to keep showing up every day, and we'll see if it happens. But if it doesn't, I'm just going to keep driving, and I'll just keep going. It would be nice to do it more often. It would be nice to focus on it wholeheartedly, to be able to provide more crazy content like
Mini-me, it's Doc.
You know, I'd love to just bring you crazy stuff on a daily, but sometimes I do not have the ability. Like today, did not have the ability to do a face swap for you. I was out with clients all day, trying to sell a piece of real estate in a market where people are freaking out about coronavirus. Like these properties I have should be selling, but they're not. I think that like activity's been down. People are so on high alert. And in a way, I think it's just blown out of proportion, because if it's true that it's very hard to transmit from human to human, then why are they freaking out about it? Just tell people to wash their hands, don't touch their face, and call it a day. But it's become it's the stigma. Now everyone's talking about it. The stock market's down. I'm talking about it here on Real Talk every day. it's one of our main topics here. And as a positivity program, I need to continue to remind you guys that, you can't get away from this. If it's meant to come to you, if it's meant to come to us all, then it's meant to be. But does anybody else think it kind of weird that the last time this happened was 100 years ago? The 1918 Spanish flu, and this is 1919 or the 2019 COVID. You know what I mean? The COVID, it ended right at 2020, but realistically, it's like 101 years to the. I just feel like the timing is a little off, and that's why I'm thinking maybe this is just what's meant to be. And it's sad because this newest prediction they said scared the hell out of me. As the coronavirus spreads, one study predicts that even the best case scenario is 15 million dead and 2.4 trillion hit in global GDP. That's the best case scenario, is what this news article says over here. And look, guys, that's crazy. That means everybody gets it. For 15 million people, well, no, that's actually not. 15 million people. If it's a 2% rate, 3%, what is that? That's something like 1.5 billion people get it. That's what they're thinking, something like that. Is that right? I don't know. I can't do the math in my head, guys. But listen, no, it's actually like 4.5 billion people they're predicting will get this thing. That's out of 7 billion people. That's most of the world. So, yeah, of course, we're all freaking out about it. And everybody is just kind of like on high alert. I can't even shake people's hands right now. You guys just think about this. Just think about your daily movements. Think about where you go throughout your day. The doors you open, every single thing you touch, and then how often you do this with your hand to your face. It's just something we can't stop ourselves from doing. Even today while I was talking about it with a couple of clients, I almost touched my face 4 times. 4 times. We're chatting and I went to rub my nose. I'm like, no, what am I doing? And I went and I'm like, oh, geez, because I had an itch. How do you grab that itch if you got one on your nose? What are you going to do? You got to do the old seventh grade thing where you're like, you got to do it though, because if you put your hands on your face, that's when things get bad. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It is 8:15 right now. And it looks like I had something pushed there. Hopefully that still worked. Anyway, listen, I appreciate you guys. We're here for day 430 in a row. I will see you guys for day 431 tomorrow. You know what tomorrow is, by the way? Friday night. I don't know if we're going to go live for Friday Night Live here, if I'll be here in the studio. I'm actually thinking probably coming at you from the studio around the same time tomorrow, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, doing a show, and then I'll head back home later on. But we'll figure it out. A little music tomorrow night. Kevin, thank you for tuning in today. Mark Pyers, my man Mark Pyers out there with Carrot Bars, thank you for tuning in today. And everybody else who joined, I appreciate you. Say hello when you guys are on, okay? I joked about this yesterday. Don't be the guy who's out there on the side who's going like this. Say hello. We're here together to connect, all right? I'm here to drive you guys forward, but I need you to say something to me when you're on. Say hello. Say, hey, I got a question for you. What's the deal? What's the deal? We're going to do a Jerry Seinfeld. That's the next one on the list. Be like, what's the deal? And then be like, Jerry, I'm dying, Jerry. And Kramer, my Kramer is actually more of a physical comedy Kramer where I just kind of like skrill. Hey. And so we'll do one of those too, but you have to see me at a doorway to make that good because I could slide in and do like the slide. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. And brother, thank you very much for your comment earlier today. The BeatSeat, it's on its way. And yes, Rao Family Moving. If you guys are looking for a moving company, check them out. Remember, guys, I'm here to connect with you, okay? I'm here to help you build your business however I can. I'll drop a little plug for you occasionally. But that is going to be a thing going forward. You could actually hire me to have commercials here on the show. And that's something, if you're interested in, send me a DM offline and we could discuss. It's basically, a broadcast a day. So we can discuss how we break it down, how many commercials, etc. And I'm doing that actually with Anchor as well now. So on my podcast, you may hear me doing a commercial for companies, random companies. So I'm starting to get hired for that on the podcast. But local companies, even real estate agents who want me to broadcast their listings on my show in order to promote them to the Real Talk audience, let's have a conversation. It's just a new part of the platform, guys. Again, the more we connect, the more I can connect with you. And that's it for today. I will see you guys tomorrow on the next Real Talk. Send me your topics, guys. What do you want to hear about? Tomorrow it's music night on the BeatSeat. Don't forget. We're going to be rocking it. Podcast number 52 is out right now. Pick it up on any platform, guys. Free of charge. No charge for the podcast. Download them. And I'll get another one out for you tomorrow, okay? It's Mark Pyers. And it's Real Talk. Have a great night.